Yeah, it's recording. Okay, now, so I was giving a quick run through what are things that we need to study for today's tomorrow's paper. For this list here is a topical revision for Algebraic exam. We have got different topics. Some are for paper 1, some are for paper 2. So for topical revision A, this one is on factors, multiples, and inequality. We already went through the answers in class, so hope you study that. Okay, this is more for paper 1. Okay, later if you need answers, I'll write out the answers and I'll post again. Yesterday, we already went through direct inverse proportion, factorization, changing subject formula, and algebraic, addition, subtraction, multiplication of algebraic fractions. These are also more for paper 1. Okay, paper 2 will involve some, but then that will be a little bit difficult. Today's paper, topical revision C, this one has involved a lot more on algebraic equations, word problems, simultaneous equation, number pattern, quadratic. Everything here is more for paper 2 type of question, but I may not have time to see you for your paper 2 revision, so I'm going to start with this one first. Okay, so I just want to quite quickly go through chapter topical 10. This one is all on the quadratic graph lah, drawing of straight line graph, which I think straight line graph may not be tested because most likely they'll test more on quadratic graph. Okay, which is these two questions, question 7 and question 8. Okay, these two questions I will do tomorrow after your exam, maybe at night. Okay, when you study for your paper 2, because these are the more paper 2 questions. And then number patterns, another question on number pattern. Okay, so this one I'll do topical revision D tomorrow after your exam reading at night. Topical revision E, this one is on angles, polygons, similarity, congruency, max scale, okay, higher purchase, simple interest rate. All these are more of paper 1 type of questions. We've gone through a couple of questions in 2019 paper 1 and paper 2. So please take note of those questions as well. Okay. Then revision F, right, is on right angle triangle, but we did not learn this chapter. So actually revision F, you can skip revision F, but you do the one where I go through with you converse of Pythagoras theorem, the shortest distance of right angle triangle. Okay. This one, topical revision G, is on all the volume, surface area, pyramid. I'll try to do one question for pyramid today. Then cone, sphere, hemisphere, cylinder. Okay, but all these are in general more of paper 2 question, but it can be a mix lah. Paper 2 may be harder, paper 1 may be easier. Okay, if I don't have time to do, that means hopefully it don't come out. If it don't come out, that means it will be in paper 2, then I'll do again for paper 2. Right? Last but not least, topical revision H, the one that I asked you to do the other day, stem and leaf diagram, calculation, mean, mode, median, range. Okay, all these, the answer is already down here on Google Classroom, and I already sent to your class chat already. So please study this one for, can appear in both paper 1, the easier question, then the harder question can come out for paper 2 as well. Okay, so without further ado, let me begin with topical revision B. C. Topical revision C. Okay, topical revision C, some of the basic skills involves cross multiplication, all the different fractions, addition, subtraction of fractions, and most importantly, word problems. So it will be very difficult to manage, but we do slowly do slowly. Now let's take a look at this topical revision C. First question over here. Okay, how to solve this one? This one should warm up question. I should know how to do. Come, you all switch on your mic and tell me like that. I've been talking for the last.
What paper?
This one is topical revision C, part C. Zishu so natural, can talk with me. Why are the rest so quiet? Okay, first question, how to do this one? We can do cross multiplication. Correct? We cross multiply. You all don't answer me. I'm very awkward. Okay, we cross multiply. Equal sign stays in the center. So this is 3 times 3x, which gives you 9x. This one is 7 times x minus 2, we expand. So you get 9x equals to 7x minus 14, right? Then we subtract 9x minus 7x equals to negative 14. Then x will be equals to divided by 2, negative 7. This one, the most basic skill, should know how to do. Okay, next one, part B, how to do this kind of question. Okay, notice that both sides got x. Okay, so when you have both sides that are x, do not cancel out x, don't divide or anything. What we do, we try to put it equal to 0 and we factorize. Okay, we try to equate it to 0. So this one, I'll get 18 x cubed minus 8x equals to 0. I'll shift this one over here. Then I try to factorize. First one is shift. Second one, I factorize out the common factor. 18 and 8, what's the common factor? 2, is it 2? Then
2x.
x, yes, thank you very much, x. Then here got 2 number, here got 2 number inside my bracket. When I factorize out, should also have 2 numbers, all right? Brian? Okay. Brian, we are doing topical revision part C. Okay, so this one we should also have 2 numbers. So this one will be 9x squared minus 4 equals to 0. So when we have 9x squared minus 4 equals to 0, like that, we need to further factorize this portion. Yesterday we did this one, okay. Let's take a look. What is this one? This one we need to use the special product. How do I know whether I can use or not? I notice number 1 must be 2 terms, only got 2 terms. Then number 1, something minus something, can only be minus, cannot be plus. Okay, so something minus something already, and not only that, must be a squared minus b squared. A squared minus b squared can be factorized into how many bracket? How many sign?
2 sign.
2 sign, 1 plus 1 minus. Okay, so it be a plus b, a minus b. In this case, let's see, 9x squared. 9x squared is what number square? I should write it the other way around. 9x squared. What times what give me 9?
3.
3. So this is 3x whole thing square. 4 4 times. 4 is what times what gives me 4? 2 times 2 give me 4, right? So this one will be 2 squared. So in this case, I will change this into, I keep the 2x, 2x don't disappear. Okay, got 2 brackets equals to 0. Okay, then we have 9x become, 9 is 3 times 3, so it's 3x plus 2, 3x minus 2, 3x plus 2. Then the other one, 3x minus 2. Okay, either one, both must be different sign. Then you notice, oh, this one is x cubed. Oh, cube meaning got 3 solution. If it's x squared, got 2 solution. If it's x only, got 1 solution. Okay, so in this case, what are the 3 solutions? The first one, 2x is equals to 0, so x is equals to 0. Second one, then my second bracket, I have 3x plus 2 to be equals to 0. Then we are doing revision worksheet part C. Okay, we have 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So 3x equals to negative 2. Then x equals to negative 2 over 3. Second answer. Third solution here, this one is the third solution. We have 3x minus 2 to be equals to 0. So 3x is equals to positive 2 this time. X equals to 2 over 3. Okay, so usually for this kind of question may not appear because don't have power 3, but it can appear such that this portion like that, they ask you to factorize, then you solve, got 2 answers, x squared. Okay, so this one, remember to use the special product, a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b, a minus b, this one. Okay, Next question. Are you done writing? Done writing, then move on already. Okay. Cannot, then you let me know. Okay. Next one. Solving algebraic fractions together with equation. So this one need to use the skill we revised on yesterday. Number one. Yes.
The question just now, if I put 2 answer only, then how many marks?
Or maybe only 2 marks, depend on your method. I must see the method. What is the method that you use, correct or not, then I can give. You use which 2 answers?
The 0 and -2 or 3.
That means one number maybe wrong. Maybe you will get 2 marks long.
Okay.
Out of 3, yeah. Because got method for you to get the answer. Okay, then this one, we must use the skill we do yesterday for fraction. The denominator, 2 of them are different, so we must make the denominator the same. We multiply this one to this side, then we multiply the other one to this side. Okay, the one still stays the same. I'll write down the equal to 1 down here. Okay, then here I'll need x plus 3, top and bottom. Then this one I'll need x plus 2. It's something like cross multiplication, but you make sure you multiply on both sides. Then now this one will be one single fraction. Okay, then I'll get x plus 2, x plus 3. This one might want, let me write properly. Okay, then this one here, the numerator expand 2 times x, 2 times 3. Okay, this one here is minus negative x, or negative x times x is minus x squared. Negative x times 2, what is it? I think you all should switch on your mic. Negative x times 2 is how much? Negative 2x. Can you all switch on your mic and answer me question? I feel very lonely. Okay, then next step. This one is equals to 1, so we don't need to worry too much about factorization cancellation. We do it much later. Okay, let's see if I got space. Then this one I rearrange. I get x squared. The 2x and the x cancel away, plus 6. All right, then this part is x plus 2, x plus 3 equals to 1. Okay, what we do, we change this into 1 divided by 1. Why is that so? So that I can cross multiply my equation. So then my equal sign stays in the center. I cross over to here. This side is x plus 2, x plus 3. Then this side is just negative x squared plus 6. Because it's 1, no change in the things. Okay, then the next step, what we're going to do, we're going to expand this side of the equation. Maybe I should ask somebody to expand for me. Elise, help me expand this. Are you still awake? Yes, yes. X times x.
X squared.
X squared. Chin's all left already. X times 3.
3x.
3x. Why your voice so soft? 2 times x.
2x.
2x. Then 2 times 3.
6.
6. Then this one negative x squared plus 6. Right? Then what we do, we must change it to be equals to 0, quadratic equation, right? Do you all want to shift everything to the left-hand side, or you want to shift everything to the right-hand side? I try to keep x squared positive. So Brian, can you help me? You want to put the left-hand side equals to 0 or right-hand side equals to 0?
Right
Brian,
side.
you want left-hand side, Okay, left-hand side. Then I shift this over, I'll get x. This one bring over will be positive x squared. This one bring over will be minus 6. Then I still got plus x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. Oh, my plus 6 missing. Okay, so once we reach this step already, quadratic equation, add all the things together. Somebody help me simplify. Alicia, simplify. How many x square? Alicia, how many x square? You
2.
2x squared, followed by how many x? I got x, this one.
6x. 5x.
Yes, correct. Plus 5x. Got number? Oh, the number minus 6 and 6 cancel away, no more number. So this whole thing equals to the number 0. Okay, when you have question that look like that, got x, must think got an x squared, got think of 2 solution. Then say you my favorite letter F. F for, we'll ask the next one.
Fraction.
A fraction, man? No. No, not fraction. I give you.
Factorize.
Yes, correct. Factorize. Okay, you factorize. What is the common factor? Didi, are you there? Didi, what is the common factor? 2x squared plus 5x. What's the common factor? Didi, are you there?
2x square.
Plus
2x.
5x. X, right? X or 2x?
2x.
Yes, but the 5 cannot divide by 2.
Oh, then x.
So it's just x. Yes, thank you. So it's x. Then we divide 2x squared plus 5x divided by x. I get 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 is equals to 0. Next one, A, B, C, D, E. Junlong, next one, can you tell me what is the first answer and the second answer? First answer.
X equals to 0.
Correct. Then second answer.
2x plus 5 equals 0.
Very good. So then this is 2x equals to negative 5. X is equals to divide by 2, negative 5 over 2. Okay, very good. You're still awake, huh? So in this case, this is a very long word problem. This question at least 3 marks. I recap the steps again. Number 1, make the denominator same. You need to multiply. Okay, expand the numerator. Okay, then this side over here, the fraction, put over 1, cross, multiply, make it equals to 0, factorize, then solve for 2 answers. Can? This kind of question, very common, very common, very popular. Okay, put star. Okay, in case it comes up. Right? If you are done writing, I should go on to the next question. This one over here. This one, first thing. Yes. You need, come, I bring you back. Now, when we solve a quadratic equation, it must be equals to 0, correct? So you notice the other question, the next question, is it equals to 0? Brian, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, okay, next question. Oops. Alamak. Right, so this one over here, number 1, this is not equals to 0. Okay, and that means what do we need to do? We need to expand this out, and then after that, make it equals to 0. Okay, let's get somebody to help me. Next person, Samsu, expand 3x times x.
3x squared.
3x squared. Continue, Phyllis. 3x times negative 3. Phyllis, are you there? Then ask the next person. Angelica. 3x times negative 3, how much? Okay, another one. Negative 9x. Then 2, negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 become positive 6. Then still got one more number. This one is 26. Bring over here, become negative 26. Okay, negative 26. So I got things equals to 0 already. Let us simplify this part of our equation. I will have 3x squared minus 9x minus 2. Terrence, how much is this? Terrence?
11, negative 11.
Yes, thank you. Negative 11x. Next one, Zhishu, how much is the number? Is Zhishu there? Zhishu, are you awake?
Yes.
How much is it?
What again?
I'm not paying attention.
I writing down.
6 minus 26, how much?
Negative something.
20.
Oh yeah.
You take calculator. Next one, what do we need to do? I send you my favorite letter F. F for?
Factorize.
Yes, factorize. Very good. Okay, so what we need to do, how to factorize? Remember your calculator, mode 33 or mode 522. Okay, everyone take out your calculator, 522 or mode 33. What is the A? A is the number 3. B, yeah, B, what's the number B? B got sign, sign, negative 11. Then C got negative 20. All right, so in this case, what do we have? We can do our multiplication here. I want to get 3x squared, so it'll be 3x times x. I want to get 20. What times what can give me 20? Okay, let's see what my calculator give me. My calculator give me 5 and negative 4 over 3. That means from my bracket, I know one is negative 5. Right? I try, then I put minus 5. The other one will be the number 4. 4 times 5 is 20, right? So this one here, negative, I'll put a positive 3x plus 4. Let's check. So this is for x. This one, negative 15x. Add them together, negative 11x. Positive times negative equals to negative. So this one answer is correct over here. Okay, anyone don't know how to use your calculator or don't know how to do the factorization? Must know. Okay, then next step, Shinzao, can you help me solve the first answer? What is the first solution and what's the second answer? When I call Shinzao, then Shinzao left. Oh, how can like that? Then I call somebody else. Danny, you can't give me the first part of the answer.
So if it's x minus 5, then why is it like minus 15?
3, you see, this is 3 times x times 95. When you do this working here, you need to cross. You need to cross multiply. You see, I cross down here. This one, you need to cross down. You see, this one we cross down. So it's 3 times negative 5 to give you negative 15 over here. Then x times 4 crossover to give you 4. Okay, if you cannot do this working, never mind. You use the calculator and write the answer over here. So it can be done. Okay, can? Then ask this person, then ask Danny. Danny, come give me the first answer.
X minus 5 equals 0.
Thank you. Then x will be equals to the number 5. Yes. Next one, Elise, next answer. Elise, next answer.
3x minus
3x plus
equals
4.
0.
Yes. Then 3x equals to?
Negative 4.
Then x equals to negative 4 over 3. When the question says solve, solve, then you make sure you get the equal. You notice, is this answer and this answer same? Same, right? Okay, so your calculator actually can help you double check your answer. Okay, so this kind of question, be careful, don't anyhow expand. Okay, but most likely it can appear in paper 2, but maybe the easier ones are in paper 1. Okay, next question. I hope you all finish copying. Next question. This one over here, a little bit long. What do we need to do? Look very confusing. Okay, first things first, where is it that we want? We want to find what is k. So k is with the square root here and a 6. So what we do is first, we get rid of the outermost enemy. This one, no choice, is tied together with 6. We keep it first. So I'll keep 6 square root k. I'll shift the negative 8 away first. Okay, because this one outermost. So I'll get rid of it first. Then this one will be 64 plus 8, right? 64 plus 8. So 64 plus 8 is equals to 72. Okay, next, then the question is, which one do we deal with? Deal with the outermost enemy first. The outermost is actually the number 6. This is 6 times square root k. I want to undo 6, so I divide away. So this one I divide by 6. 72 divided by 6 gives me the number 12. To undo the square root, yesterday we mentioned, right? To undo square root, we square both sides. So I square the number. When this one and this one square, the square root and the square will cancel. So left with just k. Then this one I need to have 12 square, which is the number 144. Answer. Okay, so for this type of question, please take note. Outermost enemy, shift away the plus or minus the term here. This shift away the term here first. Then when it's on its own, get rid of the coefficient, the number in front of it. Then after that, square or square root or whatever accordingly. Okay. Next question, part F, how to solve this. Same thing. Now you notice M is inside this bracket. Okay, with a square over here, outermost enemy, we get rid of the square. How to undo square? So this one something square. How to undo square? We take square root on both sides. But when we take square root, we will have how many answer? Okay, I undo the square, right? So I take square root. When I take square root, there will be how many answer? There will be 2 answer, plus or minus 49. So this means m minus 2 can be equals to positive 7, or m minus 2 is equals to a number 8, or equals to negative 7. Next step, I want to get rid of minus 2, so m will be equals to 7 plus 2, or m equals to negative 7 plus 2. Then my answers, one is 9, the other one is negative 5. They are different answer. It's not plus or minus 9. Okay, they are different numerical value, different number. Is it okay? So for these two, this type is the pair. One is a square root. You undo square root, you square. This one is the square. You undo the square, you take square root. When you take square root, must have 2 answers. Yes?
But for the 49 can be negative 7 and plus 7, right?
Yeah, that's why we put negative 7 plus 7 here.
Oh, okay.
Correct? Got see? The negative 7 plus 7?
Yeah.
Or you mean you want to put just like that directly, square root immediately 7 plus or minus 7, huh? Can, no problem. Same. I just put the square root so that they understand where the number come from.
Oh,
okay?
okay.
All right, done. Then now we have to move on a little bit to word problems or other types of question. Yeah. So this one is the basic for solving equation. Next one, word problem. Okay, most likely will appear for paper 2. Some of the favorite word problem is involve distance, speed, time. If not, then it involve money. Okay, so for our common test, we got the avocado milkshake or whatever, that one involve money. So maybe end of the exam, they may test distance, speed, time. I do not know, just maybe only. So do remember study your WA3 test paper and maybe these few questions over here. Okay, this one here is involving 2 unknowns. How do we know that? Okay, first question. Person say Wei drives an average speed of X kilometer for 2 hours and 14 minutes. Then another average speed of Y kilometer per hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. He drives a total distance 240. For this kind of question, usually for me, right, I always like to write down information, DST, for each of the different parts. So there are 2 portions of the journey, DST. Okay, first part, he drives an average speed of X kilometer per hour, X kilometer per hour. The time 2 hours 40 minutes. This kind of question look like that very difficult to deal with hours and minutes. So we change the 40 minutes to hour. So this means this is 2 hours 40 over 60 of an hour. Meaning, down here, what information I need to find? I can find the distance. Second part, the average speed of y kilometer per hour, y kilometer per hour. Then this timing, 1 hour 20 minutes. Again, my habit, I will change it to same units. So this one I'll change to 22 divided by 60. So 1 hour 20 over 60 of an hour. Again, you notice something. What can I find? I can find the distance. So let us use our triangle DST. Distance. So distance equals to speed times time, right? The question says write down an equation in x and y equation. This must be equals to something. So it must be equal to something. What other information did they give me? Oh, they give me total distance. So I know total distance is 240. That means I must find these two yellow color and they must add up to equals to 240. Okay, and this unit is in kilometer. So I make sure this one must be kilometer. Make sure this one must be kilometer. Okay, so how do I find distance? Distance equals to speed times time. So I should take my first speed, which is x, times the time, 240 over 60. So x multiplied by 240 over 60 plus the second distance. This one will be y multiplied by 120 over 60. Y times 120 over 60. The whole thing, they say total distance equals to 240, equal to 240. First step, like that already 1 mark. But must simplify. For algebra, can we write in mixed number? Huh? Can we write algebra in mixed number? Yes, yes, no, no. Cannot, we have to put algebra, anything related algebra in improper fraction. So can you all key your calculator? You all know how to press this or not? Shift, then you press the fraction, make sure 3 square boxes appear, 40 over 60. What is this in algebra? This one will become how much? 8 over 3 times x. The x, right, instead of writing in the middle, I show this one round, I should put it on the numerator. Okay, x, the letter, if they say multiply, right, either it can go to the numerator, if not in the middle, cannot go to denominator. Denominator means subtract already. Okay, plus the next one, this one also 120 over 60. Use your calculator, shift, then make sure the 3 square boxes appear. 20 over 60, I get 4 over 3. So this is 4 over 3y. Okay, instead of writing the y in the middle, I'll put the y on the top. Everything is equals to 240. Okay, so every one of you got this step? Now let's look at the question. They say show that equals to 2x plus y equals to 180 down here. But is there any fraction here? There's no fraction here, correct or not? So what we are going to do, we are going to get rid of our denominator. Denominator is 3, right? 3. So what we do, we multiply by, cannot like that. The whole thing times 3. The whole thing times 3. This side also here also must times 3. So when we multiply by 3, I get rid of the denominator. Okay, let me write in pencil. This and this cancel. This and this cancel. Left 8x plus 4y equal 240 times 3. What y'all get? Am I too fast for y'all? Hello?
720.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. But then this answer is still not the same. Here 2x plus y Here 8 plus 4y. Anyone suggest what can we do? I want to get 2x plus y. How do we get 2x plus y? No response.
Divide by
I can,
4.
yes, thank you very much. I divide by 4. Then this part also must divide by 4. Okay, so everything divided by 4, I get 2x plus y. 720 divided by 4, 180. Show. So this is what they want me to show. Okay, show. Then this one, the correct answer. Is this okay? Danny, this one is the question that you asked me yesterday, or you asked me another question?
Yeah, I asked this.
Okay, can. So okay, yeah, can. Okay, then now I continue. So this is only one equation. You notice what do they have? They have two unknown. One is x, the other one is y. So it's going to be simultaneous equation. Two unknowns will be simultaneous equation. Okay, that means must form one more information. On another day, next day, again, distance, speed, time, way drives at x kilometer per hour. 1 hour 30 minutes. What do you suggest we change to 30 minutes to 30 over 60, right? And then at an average speed of 1 kilometer per hour for 2 hours 30 minutes. So dst distance will be, don't know, y kilometer per hour, 2 hours 30 minutes. What do you suggest we change the 30 minutes to 30 over 60? Then in this case, the next part, I want the total distance already. But this question here says drives 1.5 kilometer further than the previous day. The previous day he drove how much? Oh, 240. The previous day he drove 240. That means he drive this one further. That means I add a 10.5. So this one is 10.5 plus 240 equals to 250.5. Am I right? Okay, so this is the total distance. So similarly, in this case, we also want to find the distance plus the distance equals to total distance. Okay, distance equals to speed times time. So this one will be x times the speed here, 1 hour 30 minutes, plus the second distance, speed times time, y times 230 over 60. They say the total is equals to 250.5. Okay, so they have this one. Then the next thing what we need to do, change this to improper fraction. Shift make sure the 3 square boxes appear. 30 over 60, I get 3 over 2x. X I should not put in the middle, I should put it at the top. Okay, plus next one, shift to 30 over 60 times y. So this one gives me 5 over 2 with a y. This one got decimal place. Wait, what is 250 divided by 250.5 as a fraction? Oh, this one is 501 over 2. Okay, then the next thing, I do not want a fraction, so everything I times 2 times 2 times 2 throughout. Then I notice the denominator cancel away. So left with 3x plus 5y, 501. Okay. Then now finally we got 2 unknowns, x and y. We got 2 equations. Where are our 2 equations? The first equation, 2x plus y, 2x plus y equals to 180. 3x plus 5y, 501. Then they are going to ask us to solve these 2 equations. So 2x plus y, 180. then the other equation, 3x plus 5y equals to 501. Okay, then now we're going to make the equation disappear.
Wait,
No,
teacher,
make
go up.
yes, okay, can. Which part? This one?
Yeah.
Mm. What happens if I cannot finish? Can I take longer than 1 hour? Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next question. So this one, how do we solve? We're going to solve simultaneous equation. For me, I'll try to do elimination. I'll call this equation 1, equation 2. Okay, I need your help. Do y'all want to make x the same or you want to make y the same? Anyone? Come, give me suggestion. You want to make x the same or make y the same?
Make y the same.
Make y the same, can. If I want to make y the same, I look at the y. This one is y, this is 5y. What do I need to do?
Teacher, why teacher get the 2x plus y equal 150?
Oh, is it 180 or 150? I copy.
180.
Okay, thank you very much. But luckily you tell me. If not, I solve already, they're all wrong. Okay, 180. So in this case, what do I need to do? I need to make the y the same. So what can I do? I multiply by 5, multiply by 5, everything multiply by 5. This one over here also must remember to multiply by 5. Okay, so if that's the case, I get 10x plus 5y, 180 times 5, 900. The other one, 3x plus 5y, 501. Okay, we make y the same, right? So we look at the sign for y. This is the same sign. We add or subtract?
Subtract.
Yes.
Subtract.
Yes, thank you. We subtract. So we minus. Okay, subtract, I must take note of the sign. So 10 minus 3. 10x minus 3x. I just write down like in case. 10x minus 3x. Then 5 minus 5, of course, don't have. Then 900 minus 501. 10 minus 3, 7x. 900 minus 501. 399. Then from here, x equal to divide by 7, 399 divide by 7, 57 answer. Okay, then we want to find the y. I will sub x equals to 57. Maybe I'll put into equation 1 because got y only simply. So 2 times 57 plus the y equals to 180. Equation 1, equation 1 is this one, okay? So 2 times x plus y. So then I want y only. That means I take 180 minus 2 times 57. Calculate the number. I get 66. Okay, so find the value of x and y. X equals to 57. Y equals to 66. Answer. Anyone don't understand which part you need me to explain again? Is it okay?
So how do you get 2x plus y, like from the start?
Oh, I substitute the x, right? The x is 57, right? I put inside here this equation. This part, equation number 1, the first one. Okay, so 2 times the x now changed, this x now changed to 57. Then plus
I mean where you get the 2x plus y equals to 180.
That the 2x plus y equals to 180 is the first one. You see here we got 2 equations. First equation from here, the equation they asked us to solve, right? So this is our first equation. Then this one is our second one. So got 2 blue equation over here. These 2. So we solve these 2.
Okay.
The question is, the whole question is related. Part A, B, C, D. So it's all related on. Okay. Then calculate how much is it longer to drive 240 at a slower speed, then it will at the faster speed. Which one is the slower speed? Oh, the slower speed is 57. So time taken 240 over 57. That will give me 240 divided by 57. 4 and 4 over 19 of an hour. The other time for the faster speed, 240 over the faster speed, which is 66. Both of them are speeds according to the question. Then this one will be 37 over 11. How much longer? So they want the difference. So I take difference. This one minus this one. Okay, how much longer? So I just minus off shift 4, 9 over 19 minus shift 3, 7 over 11. Answer. 175 over 209 hours. Okay, maybe I'll put decimal 0.837 of an hour. Or if you want minutes, times 60, yeah, 0.837 times 60, that'll give you 50.2 minutes. Okay, either one. So many different answers. Or can they never say must be hour or minute? If they say minute, then I choose minute. Or if they never say, then I just subtract right answer. Is this okay? Can then I continue again. I left with 50 minutes. I try to do a few more word problem. Next word problem involving this one simultaneous equation. This one a little bit difficult. Normally won't come up this kind of question. Okay.
So I thought you never teach us simultaneous instead of elimination method.
Instead of elimination, you want the what? You want the make subject. The changing subject, that one is the first method I taught. But that is the question, that is the method not very easy to use. So I do elimination method. You mean you want me to go through the make something the subject and method, is it? Brian?
Yeah.
But exam you can choose to do the method. Okay, never mind. Then if like that, then I'll show you this question. But you want to make something the subject is difficult. Okay, but yeah, it's difficult. If you want, okay, never mind. Since you want it, then go through. Okay, again, because that's the first method that I taught. Okay, so for this kind of question, when you have this kind of fraction, is difficult to handle. What you want to do for Brian already requested for changing subject formula to make y or x the subject. For me, I'll try to make maybe y the subject because y is on its own with a divided by 3. So first take from equation 1. Okay, I will rearrange. This one is 3x over 2 plus y over 3 equals to 5 and 5 over 6, right? So I'll rearrange. I'll keep y only. So y over 3 equals to, I'll shift this over 5 and 5 over 6 minus 3 over 2x. Okay, but next thing, I don't like the denominator here, 3. So I'll multiply by 3, multiply by 3, multiply by 3. I must do something until I get y equals to an expression. So this part over here, this is shift 5 and 5 over 6 times 3. This one will give me the number 35 over 2 minus 3 over 2 times 3. This one will give me 9 over 2x. Okay, so when we have such expression already, y totally equals to something. Here, I will go to substitute this into equation number 2. It came from equation 1, right? So now I need to sub it into equation number 2. How to substitute into equation number 2? I will sub y equals to 35 over 2 into equation number 2. Equation number 2 says 28x minus 9 times y equals to 48. What do we do with the y? We replace it by 35 over 2 minus 9 over 2x. Then this one here, we use expansion. 9 times 35 over 2. Okay, I get the number 315 over 2. Negative times negative, negative 9 times negative 9. So minus 9 times negative 9 over 2. I get a positive 81 over 2 with the x equals to 48. Okay, then now when we have this kind of number, although it looks complicated, but they are all fractions. Okay, don't need to think too much. Firstly, we look at the x, 28x and 81 over 2x. We group these two together. So we add these two together, 28 plus 81 over 2. Use your calculator wisely. Just copy the number 137 over 2x. Add these two together. Okay. Then this part here, we put numbers. So this one is originally 48. This number go over there, become plus 315 over 2. We just use the calculator, 48 plus 315 over 2. Okay, 411 over 2. Then this is 137 over 2x. Okay. Then I want to get x only. I don't want this number. So what do? I divide away by this number. So I divide by 137 over 2. Then I get the number 3. Okay. Then after I get the number 3, I sub it back into my equation for y over here. So y equals to 35 over 2 minus 9 over 2 times the number. X is now the number 3. Then you press your calculator, 35 over 2 minus 9 over 2 times 3. So it's the answer 4. Okay, so this one is solving simultaneous equation by substitution. Okay, first step, make something the subject, make y or x the subject. Second step, sub it into another equation. Okay, replace it totally. Then expand, rearrange, then get the answer. Then substitute again. So sub x equals to 3 into equation 1, then get my answer. Okay, so this method actually not that it's not good. It's easy to remember. Make something a subject, substitute and substitute. But the problem is there will be a lot of fractions. So you must be very careful in your calculation. Can? Yeah, can then I continue the next question. I don't have time already. Can I extend a little bit of my time? Yeah, okay, I must finish the next few word problem. Are very important. Okay, maybe come up for paper 2. Okay, next one, question number 9. This one is a kind of trick question, right? One solution of this whole thing. When you notice, got x squared, got x, and then got some more a letter k, right? Someone got a letter k. Then they give me also x equals to 5. They say it's a solution. That means what do I need to do? I need to sub x equals to 5 inside the equation. Okay. Then I'm left with only k to find what is k. So because it says it's a solution, it will fit the equation. So I substitute x inside. So I sub x equals to 5 into my equation. This is 3x squared plus k times x minus 10 equals to 0. So my x is now the number 5. So all these are just numbers. I'm going to calculate these. 3 times 5 squared, 75 on my calculator. plus k times 5, 5k minus 10. So keep my 5k, shift all the number to the other side. This one will be positive 10, not negative, positive 10 minus 75. Okay, 10 minus 75, that gives me negative 65. Then k, I divide by 5, negative 30. So find the value of k. So once I find the value of k already, right, what does that mean? That means my equation, this k over here changes. So it's now 3x squared. The k is now negative 13 plus negative 13 times x minus 10. Then since it's negative 13, this one whole thing is just minus 13x minus 10. Okay, then when you see now x squared, x number, what do? You use the calculator mode 33 or mode 522, or you can do this one. I want to get 3x squared, 3x times x. I want a 10. What number can I have? Mode 522. A is the number 3. B is the number negative 13. I always ask the question that I answer myself. C is the number negative 10. Okay, my calculator give me number 5 on its own. The other one is 2 over 3. So I'll put 2. So 5 times 2. Let's try 3. They give me 5 is what? 5 is positive. So it will be x minus 5. The other one is negative, so it will be plus. So 3x plus 2. Let's check our answer. Negative and plus. 3x times negative 5, negative 15x. X times 2, positive 2x. We check negative 13x, correct. Positive times negative, negative 10, correct. So this will be the two solutions. First solution, second answer. First answer, second answer. First answer is x minus 5 equals to 0. The other answer, 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. 3x is equals to minus 2. X equals to minus 2 over 3. Okay. We got our two answers, but take note of the question. The question say find the other solution. What is it talking about? I got two solutions. So which is the other solution? Let me go back to my question. They say one solution is x equals to 5. So this one is already given. So that means what is the other solution? This is the answer for the solution. Is that okay? Can y'all please take a look? At least you all should know how to do the factorization portion. If you're okay, then I'll continue already. Can give me a thumbs up if you're okay. Okay, then I continue to the. You all need a quick break now. 11 o'clock already. I got 2 more word problems I haven't finished yet. I got this one and this one I need to do. Number pattern I'll do paper 2 another on Monday maybe. So you want to take a quick break? 2 minutes, is it okay? 2 minutes, then I go through 2 more word problems, then we are done for the day. Can please?
So
Okay,
there's like some question on like you cannot use a calculator, I just remember.
Which one? Some question cannot what?
Use calculator, like you had to like do working.
Which type of question? The for your syllabus, Sec 2 for your syllabus, for Sec 2,
Last
right?
year, I still remember you cannot, like there's like one question you cannot use calculator, you have to do it by working.
The one I went through yesterday, factorization by grouping, cannot do by calculator. That one got 4 terms. 4 terms, you have to do grouping, so you cannot use calculator. Then any number of terms you do factorization, that one also cannot use calculator. This is only the one with 3 terms in the form ax squared. Only this version, with something x squared, x and a number, then you can use calculator for set 2 level. Okay, for set 3 in the future, then you get decimal place or whatever. Then that one you have to use calculator, no choice. Right? Okay, so I don't know which is the type. Maybe you find the question in then you tell me. Okay, a quick break. You all can get a water or whichever. If not, then I continue with it. I drink water for a while. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The answers you will put in the group chat, right?
Google Classroom. I sent to a class chat already also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, last 2 questions. The harder one. This one usually the paper 2 word problem kind of question. But I may not have time to go through everything on Monday. So at night lah. So I go through with you all first. Okay. First question over here. Again, you notice this type of question, teacher's favorite, distance, speed, time. So distance equals to speed times time, or you rather you use the DST. Okay, so there are a few things. Number 1, Mr. Lee leaves home for work on a motorcycle. He rides at a speed of 60 kilometers on his journey. Okay, during his return journey, increased the speed by 20, and then he took 30 minutes lesser. Wow. Then the distance between the 2 estates is X kilometer. Okay, a bit confusing. So for me, I still do my regular practice, distance, speed, time. Got two. One is go there, 2. The other one is return. Got 2 journey. One is we go there, the other one is we return. Okay, let me just write down the information, DST. Okay, first part. Mr. Lee leaves for work. The distance, they give me the distance already is X kilometer. So both the distance are X kilometer, it says, between the 2 estates. Okay, next one. He rides at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour on his journey. 60 kilometers per hour on the journey. On his return journey, he increased the speed by 20. So from 60, I increased the speed by 20, become 60 plus 20, correct? So this one will be 80 kilometers per hour. Then the question, he said he took 30 minutes lesser. Oh, because on the return journey, this timing or whichever is 30 minutes lesser. So the difference, okay, so there is a timing down there. So what we can do, first, let me find try to fill in the blank. Okay, let me read the question. Write down in expression in terms of X, the time taken by Mr. Lee to reach his workplace at the original speed. So they want the original one. Okay, so time distance equals to DST. How to find time? Can, no problem. Okay, DST, so to find time, so time is depicting the distance, which is X, divided by the speed, which is 60, but this is in terms of hour. So this one would be X over 60 of an hour. Okay, next one, write down an expression in terms of X in hours, but to come back from the work at the increased speed. Oh, so this is the second part, the distance over the time over here. This one will be x divided by AT. So the time on the return journey will be x over AT. Okay, then now the next part, they say form an equation. Equation meaning something got equal to, but I don't have much information. What is the only piece of information that I have not used? I haven't used the he took 30 minutes lesser, right? 30 minutes lesser is what? Is the return journey, right? So return journey, this is lesser. That means this one is more, right? Okay, then they tell me the difference is 30 minutes. Let's look at the unit. This one here, all the units here are in hours. Oh, what is this? Okay, all the units here are in hours. So I will change this 30 minutes to 30 over 60 of an hour. They say 30 minutes lesser. I want to form an equation. I must have something equal to a number. Lesser meaning what? So I take the difference, the big minus the small equals to the 30 minutes. So in this case, the more minus the less, or the big minus the small. So usually difference, big minus small will be equals to the 30 minutes. I change the 30 minutes to 30 over 60 of an hour. So which one is the bigger, the longer timing? The x over 60. Which one is the shorter timing? The x over 80 equals to this one 30 over 60. Okay, so they want us to form an equation and solve it. This one very simple, straightforward. Number one, I multiply, get rid of all the denominator. Here I multiply by 80. Here I multiply by 60. Okay, or don't need to do that, also can we use calculator? Wait. Yeah, must multiply. Yeah, never mind. We multiply. So here I get 80x. 80 times 60 is how much? 4800 minus 60x is equals to 30 over 60. Can I simplify 30 over 60 to the number half? Okay, then 80 minus 60, I'm left with 20x over 4800. 20 over 4800. Simplify this fraction, I get 1 over 240x. Okay, so if I want to find the answer for x, I divide by 240, or I times. I divide by 1 over 240. Okay, or rather I cross multiply also can. Yeah, can cross multiply. 2x equals to 240. Therefore, x equals to 120. You divide by 2. Okay, so this one, x is equals to 120, the distance. Then if Mr. Lee reach his workplace at 11 a.m., he reached, find the time he need to leave home. So when he traveled there, he's used the speed 60 km per hour. So distance, speed, and time. So the distance is 120, which is x, we found, kilometer. The speed that we go there is 60 km per hour. The time taken, distance, divide by 60. 120 divided by 60, that gives me 2 hours. I want to reach at 11 a.m. Right, so I need to travel 2 hours before, that will be 9 a.m. So find the time he leave his home, 9 a.m. Is it okay? Okay, I just want to highlight this portion over here. When they say form an equation and solve, how to form this kind of equation, and they did say something more, something less. When I have something more, something less, it means take the big minus the small, you get the number. So that's the difference. Okay, so I take the longer one minus the shorter one, or the bigger one minus the smaller one equals to the number. Make sure you change the units, make them the same. So divide by 60 to make the unit the same. Okay. Then we form the equation. Can? Okay. Last but not least, one more quadratic word problem.
I haven't finished.
Okay, Ken. You want which part? One more last word problem, then we are done for the day. I'll go through the number pattern for paper 2, okay? Maybe if I have time, then I'll go through. Okay, I try end by
Done.
11. Done, okay. Next question. This one is a little bit difficult because need a lot of expansion. Okay, and it involves circle. But first things first, we need to know the Pythagoras theorem. What does the Pythagoras theorem says? C squared equals to A squared plus B squared. This one is my Pythagoras theorem. Okay, but cannot anyhow put A, B, and C. C must always be the longest side. Okay, longer one, then you can add 2 numbers to find the longer one. So this is the longer side, or you can call it the hypotenuse. Okay, so in this case, we have a picture over here, and very clearly you can see one right angle triangle. Okay, you can see a right angle triangle here. Let's find the information, especially when it circles, must be very careful about radius. Inside the diagram, circle with center B has a radius. Circle with center B. B is this one here, B. Maybe I put blue color. Center B, this is the radius. The radius is 2r plus 1. Okay, but then because it's a circle, so you have to take note. Circle, this is the radius, this is the radius, this is the radius, this is the radius. All 360 degrees, all are radius. So when you have this kind of question, you need to take note. Right? This part is also 2r plus 1. This portion. Okay, this portion is 2r plus 1 also. Next thing, they say the semicircle with center at A. So center at A is, let me change another color. Purple. Center at A. So these two have the same one. They are two exactly center at A and semicircle at center at C. They are identical. The radius is 12 minus 6r. That means this is 12 minus 6r. This portion is also 12 minus 6r. Okay, this portion is also 12 minus 6r. Then, if that is the case, where else is 12 minus 6r? This portion is also 12 minus 6r. Okay, and if this whole radius is 12 minus 6r, our radius, this is the radius, this is the radius, this is the radius, this is all the radius, right? Turn 360 degrees. So in that case, this whole thing over here is the whole big circle, the radius, right? The whole big radius. Oh, should not put purple color. Let me put another different color. Put green. This whole thing and this whole thing are the same. Okay, this part, small one, purple color one is 12 minus 6r. Can you tell me the green one is how much? The green one will be how many times? 2 times, right? So it's 12 minus 6r plus another 12 minus 6r. Total 24 minus 12r. So the whole thing here is 24 minus 12r. Okay, the whole thing, right? Why do I need to do this? Because later they ask me to find one small part of the triangle. Okay, so first part question, write down the length for BC. BC is the blue one plus the purple color one. That's the purple color. Okay, the blue one is 2R plus 1. The purple is 12 minus 6R. So BC equals to this. Total? Ayo. Total? No, nobody tell me. Never mind, I do myself. 13 minus 4R. Okay, that's for BC. Next one, to find BO. That means I want to find this small part. How to do? Just now I did go through is the whole thing, which is the 24 minus 12R, the whole thing. The whole thing is 24 minus 12R. Then the small color.
Stop share.
Huh? Repeat again. Cannot hear you.
Your screen.
The screen, what happened? Can see the
On.
screen? My screen is gone. Okay, wait. I share again. Have now? Do we have?
Yeah.
Have already? Have already, huh? Can?
Yeah.
Okay, then continue. So I want to find that small portion. I take the whole thing. The whole thing is green color, right? Minus away the blue color portion, which is 2R plus 1. So this one is the green color. Then this one is the blue color is 2R plus 1. Okay, so what I need to do, we subtract. So to find BO, subtraction must be careful, must put bracket. So I take the big one, 24 minus 12R, minus away the small one, which is 2R plus 1. Okay, take note of negative sign. This is so difficult. 24 minus 12R minus 2R minus 1. Then we simplify this. I get negative 14R. 24 minus 1, 23. Okay. So for this type of question, paper 2, they will ask you to show this, show that, or whatever lah. If we come out the distance, speed, time one, I think that one is slightly easier. Okay, but if we come out this kind of question, really a bit more difficult. Okay, can only try. Okay, let's say I cannot do part A, part B. Can I do part C, solve the equation straight away? I can solve this equation, right? There, the equation is here. Right? I can solve the equation. Okay, so if let's say this kind of question, the whole thing don't know how to do, don't just leave blank, because I can still solve the equation for part C. Can? Okay, now I will explain the part B. Now they say BO square plus OC square equals BC square, which is the Pythagoras theorem, right? So I know BO is 24 minus 12R. Okay, OC is the purple color, shorter one. Purple color, no, not 24 minus 12R. Sorry, this one is BO is this one, what I found, 23 minus 14. Luckily never do the wrong one. Then the small one, purple color, is 12 minus 6R. Then the hypotenuse, this one we found 13 minus 4R. Okay, the question say BO square plus OC square equals to BC square. So BO square, 23 minus 14R. OC square, 12 minus 6R. BC square, 13 minus 4R square. The next step is going to be very, very long. We do slowly. Square means repeat 2 times. Repeat 2 times. So everything repeats 2 times. So 23 minus 14R again. 12 minus 6R again. 13 minus 4R again. Okay, You all ready for this? Not ready, then we keep our brain still. Try away. 23 times 23. Okay, everyone help me calculator quick. 23 times 23, how much is it? Come on, you all respond, then don't fall asleep. Then we'll be a bit faster. 23 times 23. Everyone ignore me already.
529.
Thank you very much. Then 23 times 14. Plus, minus. Huh? How many? 23 times 14. Come on.
322.
Then 14, this one still minus 322R. Negative times negative. Negative 14 times negative 14. Negative 14 times negative 14. Plus 196. R times R. R to the power of 2. Plus, next one, 12 times 12, 144. 12 times negative 6. 12 times negative 6, negative 72. Negative 6 times 12, negative 72 R also. Negative times negative, positive. 6 times 6, 36. R times R, R squared. Last but not least, 13 times 13, 169. 13 times negative 4, 13 times negative 4, negative 52R, negative 52R. Last but not least, negative times negative, positive 16R squared. Okay, very long. Okay, so in this case, our next step, shift everything to one side, make it equals to 0. So I got 196R squared plus 36R squared. This one I shift over, become minus 16R squared. Okay, then number letter, negative 322R, negative 322R, negative 72R, negative 72R. This one over here will become plus 52R, plus 52R. Last but not least, number, no color really, 529, 144, minus 169. Okay, then let's calculate this. 196 plus 36 minus 16, 216R squared, negative 322 minus 322 minus 72 minus 72 plus 52 plus 52, negative 684R. 529 plus 144 minus 169. Oh my God, so long. Plus 504 equals to 0. Okay, finally. But then this one here is 6, 19, and 14. Okay, let's check. 216, how to become by 6? I divide by 216 divided by 6 is 36. So this one I divide by 36. Divide by 36, divide by 36. Let's see whether can we get the correct answer or not. 216 divided by 36 is 6R squared. 684 divided by 36, negative 19R. 504 divided by 36, 14 equals to 0. Okay, so finally show exam. If no brain cells to do this, or whichever, do this the last. Skip this portion. Do it the last. You got extra time, then you come back and do. Can at least must try write down something. Okay. Then next part. If let's say I cannot do part A, part B, doesn't matter. Can I solve the equation part C? Yes, right. 6R squared minus 19R plus 14 equals to 0. So need to use our calculator, mode 2. I want 6R squared. Got many combination. can have 3 times 2, can have 1 times 6. So got many combination. I should use my calculator mode 5 to 2 or mode or 3 to 2. Okay. Now your turn. Can you tell me what is 6? What is A? Then what is B? Nobody tell me. What's B?
Negative 20.
Thank you. Then C? 14. Okay, my calculator shows me the number 2 on its own. So I'll guess 2 is with letter R. Then the next one, they show me 7 over 6. 2 was with letter R, positive 2, so I'll put negative. This one is positive 7 over 6. So 7 will be with 6R. Calculator shows positive, here I'll try negative. Okay, I want, let's check R times 6R times negative 2, negative 12R. R times negative 7, negative 7R. I want a negative 19R, correct. Next one, negative 7 times negative 2, positive 14, correct. So the two brackets, 6R minus 7. Please don't put fraction, okay? No fraction in the bracket one. Then R minus 2 equals to 0. First answer, can end off the lesson soon already. So 6R minus 7 equals to 0. 6R equals to 7. R equals to 7 over 6. The other one, R minus 2 equals to 0. R equals to 2. Okay, 7 divided by 6 is 1.166666. Okay, got many different answer. Okay, then they say find the possible value of R. For this one, we need to take note of at our question. Both got 2 answers, both are positive and they are all like, it look like I can accept both answers, but I must check, okay? Look at my diagram here. The shorter side is my OC. Let us check. If R is equals to 7 over 6, this is 12 minus 6 times 7 over 6, the shorter side. I'm using the shorter side to check. Okay, this part here and this are the same. Then for this, my calculator get 12 minus 6 times 7 over 6, which gives me a length of 5, still valid. But if I use R to be equals to 2, this will be 12 minus 6 times 2. 12 minus 6 times 2, which gives me 0. Can the length of the triangle be 0? Cannot, right? So this one have to be rejected, not applicable. So the final answer for, not 5, the final answer for R is this one. So this is not applicable. So the answer should be 7 over 6. Okay, that will be your answer. Okay, I understand brain already dead. Try. Okay, so if for this kind of question cannot do part A, part B, at least can solve the equation. Try lah, huh? Okay, if you don't have any questions, I'll do the number pattern tomorrow. I'll try to meet you all at night or something like that. Okay, to do the number patterns. There's 1, 2 more questions at the back. The number sequence, number pattern at the back. Okay, if you do not have any more questions, then you're tired already. We are done for the day. Thank you for attending my lesson. Bye-bye.
Bye.